This guy, can he store in the C Apache, OPT Apache? No, because the integrity of the file will be compromised. This guy also can do no, no, no. Correct now? Agree with me so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you change the port number, if you change the process ID, and if you change the C Apache to C Apache 1, he can do that easily. Correct now? Correct now?
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's all. So here one user, here one compute unit, 3 users, 3 Apache can be possible, but you won't get the same PID number, same port number, and same mount. You cannot have it. But we, in a data center, think about it. In a data center, you want to streamline the process. 80 port, 80 port, 80 port, 50 PID, 50 PID, 50 PID, C Apache, C Apache, C Apache. How do we go? How do we do that? How do we do that this way? How can I run in one machine 3 not 30 Apache, but each should run on 80 port, each should run on 50 PID, each should have a C Apache or OPT Apache? How can you do that? Answer is hidden here. How can you do that? Because kernel has a capability to create multiple resources, but it's not creating it. Why? Because Microsoft and Linux says, hey guys, I'm developing operating system not for running the data center. I'm running a operating system for human. So they are happy with the one network, one PID, one MNT, one C drive. What they will do with the multiple C drive? They will get mad. Teaching you a computer, that's one challenge. On top of that, complicating the computer will become a mess for human beings. So what do we do in this case? So then this guy came up with one fundamental change in this, and his name is see, I forgot this now. This guy, see, that results also has got changed actually. This guy. So his name is Solomon Heights. Solomon Heights. This guy said, okay, see here, we want to reduce the software running cost, we want to reduce the time and all stuff. Same time, we don't want to disturb the PC model for the human. So this guy proposed some model, and here he says, hey, can I develop one application and run it? Then Microsoft and Microsoft is, which color I should use now? Blue or this one? Let's use. So he said, I want to develop one software, and he asked Linux and Windows, can I develop? Then both started laughing. They said, what you are asking? You are a software engineer. You can develop any software, and you can run on the our operating system. No problem. Windows got ready, Linux got ready. Now this guy said, okay, no, fine, that's a good news. Can I think simple? Can I access the kernel? Then Microsoft said, no, you cannot directly access the kernel. So Linux said, actually, I can allow, because it's not something you are demanding. Many one have demanded already in the past, and I can allow. So see, that algorithm had changed recently, I guess. Till last week it was working. All my image they have. This is not good, no? Just a second, hold on, guys. Algorithm changed. This is not good. I need this image, yeah. So Linux said nothing great about it. This is the libraries which you can use it. Many people were using this library, systemd and spawn. LXCs, libvirt, libcontainer. So these all the library. Many other libraries are available in Linux world because it's open source, right? So Linux said yes, we are open source and you are allowed to connect to the kernel, no problem. But make sure that don't destabilize the kernel because of it will spoil the compute experience for the users. So Solomon Hack said no problem, I will not do that actually. I will not destabilize. So Solomon Hacks, that image is gone, right? Yeah. So this is the something which you see that. So okay, so that after that, what Solomon Hikes did, he said, "Hey kernel, think simple, guys. Okay, always think simple." So this guy, this software which he's developed, this is asking kernel, "Hey kernel, create one network." Remember that. Look at this table. So kernel created one network. Then this guy said, "Hey kernel, create one mount root file system." Created. Create one PID tree also. Created. Create one user also. Created. And then do one thing. Attach this user to this network, this PID tree, and this mount. Kernel did it. Now, if you are running Apache here, 80 PID is coming from here, 80 port is coming from here, 50 PID is coming from here, and C Apache is coming from here. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, Rajesh.
So here, think simple. Now this they said, hey, let's do one more time. Two, let's do one more time. Three, like that. So now you see that here, this user, which is Rajesh, Jamie, and Karan. These users are sharing network, PID and MNT, but this user is not sharing. They have their own network, PID tree and mount and all stuff like that. So they can run. So like this, don't you think you can run tens of Apache, tens of Apache, and you without only one operating system, which is here? What do you think? So this is powered by this kernel. This is also powered by this kernel. This is also powered by this kernel. Did you understand that? All of you? Hello?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Rajesh.
So what is this called? Any idea what is this called?
Container.
Yes, this is called container. So what is a container? How much, tell me one thing, how much time it takes to create a user, new user? Second, second, second. And no operating system cost, only one kernel powering multiple container, and each container is running Apache 80 port, 80 port, 80 port, 50 PID, 50 PID, 50 PID, C Apache, C Apache, C Apache. Happy? Who's managing it? This component is called Docker. So Docker manages the container with the help of kernel. Understood, all of you? What is a container now? All of you?
Yeah, Rajesh.
So guys, this is the technology which we are working now. So this is a container. So there is a functional definition. Container is a lightweight, and it's a lightweight means consume less CPU and all because no operating system cost is here. So lightweight application runtime environment. Okay, technical specification, technical definition is container is having one network, one one network, one PID tree, one MNT, one user, and they attach to each other. That's become a container. So guys, This is the container. So that's the reason I call it Docker is a container management tool. By the way, they have a release, different types of release actually. So one release is community release. So this is free. And whenever I do the spelling mistake, please ignore it because I'm not focusing too much on this. So community release free and it's available for everyone. There's one enterprise release also. Okay, so available. So I'm teaching you community edition, but by the way, there's no much difference in community and enterprise. When I say enterprise, that means there's lots of other software which is get introduced and which we are not using actually nowadays. Earlier we were using, now everything is got changed. So this particular tool is written in Golang actually, written in Go. Okay, so that is a something which we have here. Okay, so yes, it's a tool for managing the containers written in Go. This was written by Solomon Hykes, which I showed you, and so on. Did you understand that, all of you guys?
Rajesh, I have one doubt, Rajesh.
Yeah.
So how container will directly connecting to the kernel and requesting to create a multiple?
Container is not at all connecting to the kernel. Remember that kernel is a container is powered by kernel itself. Docker is just an interface. I'll put it in this way. Think simple. How this application is running in my laptop. So this application is running in my laptop because of kernel only. So this
Right.
container is also is like a kind of process itself, is kind of application itself. But what is happening when you go inside of this kernel, sorry, this container, then you will see the root file system. Okay, this is the user. You will see the separate network, separate bit tree. But from outside, this is just the process. That's what I said. When you log in, you're a process. Remember that. Very simple. When you log into your laptop, you are a process. When you run Apache, you are a process. That Apache is a process. Everything is a process. There is a child process, parent process. The super parent process is zero, which is nothing. So that is how it is. So container basically is application runtime. That's what I said. This is you. So this is me. When we log into laptop, we see that only one C drive. But this, when you log into here, you will see this is the only one C drive. But this C drive and this C drive is different. Who's managing? This kernel is managing both. That's what I said initially. This kernel has capability to create multiple, but we don't want to complicate. Microsoft don't want to complicate. They want to create a PC kind of environment, easy for human, not for the data center. So that's the reason they create only one network, only one PT tree, only MNT, and multiple users are still allowed, right? Correct now?
Yes.
So like that. So this container is nothing but a system process itself, managed by kernel. Docker is just brokering the stuff, nothing else. Docker is just a ease of working with the container. It's brokering the stuff. You can say like a interface for easy interface for human. If you know the kernel programming, you can directly create all these resources. But it's little not familiar for us, right?
Okay.
Getting your points. Okay, so now the question is, what is the architecture of Docker? So architecture of Docker. So now architecture of Docker is like this. Human talk to the Docker client. Docker client talk to the Docker server. Docker server talk to the container D. Container D talk to the kernel. So this is the interface. Earlier kernel container D was used by Alexis and all. This is replaced. This got updated. It's old image actually. See, first Docker introduced this one. Then they started using this one. Then they started using this one. Then they started using this one. And now they are using container D. Evolution. Okay. So I'll give you some shocking news also in Docker after 1 month in Kubernetes session. So Let's learn till that. So client, okay.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.